Hey, welcome back to Prairie Wings Performance. I'm Merl Mayer, and I am just chilling in this 71 Monte Carlo on some beautiful carpets. Not really. We finally have the body bolted to the chassis, and the engine and the transmission mounts are all tacked in place. So we know where that's going to live now. When this gets bolted back together, it's going to be in this exact spot. Problem we have is this isn't a normal situation. This is a LT4 and a Tremec 5-speed in a Schwartz chassis going under a 71 Monte Carlo body. So it isn't where the factory would have put this. So even if you get this transmission kit, it's going to be a little bit unique, but this transmission kit, there's a little bit more difficulty because of the way the transmission's sitting in this car. So anyway, we have this Silver Sport transmission hump, and I am going to have to make it fit this transmission where it is. Now, because of where it is, I'm going to have to modify the floor a little bit, and I am also going to modify this hump a little bit just to make it a really nice fit. But other than that, this should be a pretty straightforward thing if this was a factory car. So hopefully you enjoy as I get this floor modified for this transmission hump. So what I've done here is I shrunk this so it's actually growing this up into the car. After manipulating the front end, which I shrunk this front end, which makes this material shorter, which stands it up higher. And then I shrunk this side here, which is also bringing it up higher. This end, I didn't have to do a whole bunch of manipulation to, but bending it in the middle and shrinking this side made the whole thing higher. So now that rubber boot was rocking on there and I have clearance now. So the plan here is, first of all, I'm going to have to attach this to the floor where I want it. And then I'm just going to screw it down with Tack screws. And I can't go ahead and modify this with the chassis underneath it right here, because I'm going to end up, cutting into the transmission and so on. So I'm just going to attach this piece, and then we're going to go and start making it part of the floor. So it is really quite tight now to the floor compared to what it was. I mean, there's a little bit of gap, but the floor is going to have some give to it. This side here still has some movement, quite a big gap, but this is all just flimsy. It can be pushed around and the floor can be brought up to it. So it is now in a position where we can make it look like this was not modified. It's going to be molded right into the floor. It's going to look good and won't have to do a whole bunch of body work, and it will be hidden. So that's the plan. All right, well, this is close, but I'm gonna have to hammer, dolly, manipulate, do whatever I can to get this in so that it looks seamless. The only problem that I have right now though is this is a disastrous greasy mess and I don't need any more fire, whatever. So I am going to just put the camera away for a bit, clean this whole area up, clean the inside. It's tacked in, it's fine, but I'll bring you back when we are cleaned up and ready to keep going. The inside of this is all cleaned up inside the car. The outside's cleaned up. I'm gonna iron out the wrinkles and get that back end matching. This up here doesn't match, and yeah, it's just a bunch of hammer dolly work, and we will make that seam disappear, and this will look like it was formed in the bottom of the car.
I just went to put the wire in.
No, yeah, drill all the holes. You want to actually get it ready to mount 100% and then powder coat them.
What size drill bit should I use?
The one the number 10 fits through. So you take your number 10, your number 10 screw, find the drill bit it fits with. Here's what it looks like on the inside, and pretty pleased it's not a bunch of big whiskers with the old MIG. And all I'm gonna do now is just, if you look, there's a little bit of rise to these weld, or to the back of the weld, the penetration here. All I'm gonna do is take and knock this off enough that I can do some nice hammer and dolly work, and literally, this should be a case of throwing a little bit of build primer on it when it's getting painted. And in the inside, we don't have to do much work because it is getting covered with sound deadener and carpet, and we will be good to go. I'll get that all done, and then we'll take a look on the bottom again. So the bottom is done. All of the work that we're gonna be doing to it, it's actually smoother than the original floor was. The floor, usually they're quite wrinkly. And now this is, some build primer, and she will look good from the bottom. Anyway, it is ready to go. I'm going to bolt body down, and we'll take you inside and show you what the finished product looks like. Thanks for watching. It's in. It was a dirty job. Somebody had to do it. That happened to be me. It is roughed out enough in the interior. We don't need to do any more metal work. The bottom should be good. Should need very little more. Now, in a Monte Carlo, I think if you were putting a Tremec 5-speed in a Monte Carlo, maybe a 6-speed, you might need the hump. But for a 5-speed, I don't even think you would need this hump in a Monte Carlo. But because of the weird situation we have with the LT4, the new chassis, all that, we definitely needed the room. And guess what? We have room. There's not going to be any rubbing issues at all. So I need to carry on and tub the back of this. So hopefully you join me as I tub this thing. And yeah, if you don't mind, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'd really love to hear your comments. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.